You know, ready or not, back to school time is here. With kids heading to class next week, we want to make sure that they stay happy and healthy, especially in this time of the year. Pharmacist Doug here to talk about antibiotic resistance to prepare us for the year ahead. This is a good reminder, but is there new information from the CDC talking about antibiotic resistance, or why? I mean, this is a good time to do it, I guess.
This is a great time to do it. I don't know that necessarily there's new information. It's always growing information. So the CDC, it's very, very important to them. They dedicate, a whole department to that. They have 34 projects they're funding about the project. They collaborate with the UN, the World Health Organization. So it's not just the U.S. It's a global issue. It's very serious.
And it's really something that we need to be cognizant of and be very aware. And I would assume that the most important thing is that we're supporting our immune systems, no matter our age, so that we're not having to take too many antibiotics.
Correct. And so we talk about that a lot on here, prevention. And hand washing, covering your cough, not sharing drinks. I even talk about supplements, so vitamin C, vitamin D3, echinacea, elderberry. You can always do, we focus on prevention. That's great to support that immune system.
So we're doing things on the front end. Okay, so what can parents of kiddos that are heading back to school, what do they really need to kind of keep in mind as far as this goes?
Yeah, so as far as the CDC, they do have some suggestions that were kind of shocking to me a little bit. So parents can talk to their healthcare providers about them or their children, and kind of make sure that doctor's done all that they can do to distinguish like bacterial and viral, because you don't want to give an antibiotic for a viral infection. And actually, there are tests that can be done, to a culture that can be done to determine if it's bacterial or viral.
And why is that so important? Because for one, an antibiotic works, for the other, it doesn't work, right?
Exactly. So biotic means bacteria, of course, so it is not going to touch a virus. It's not going to touch a virus at all. There are medications that will do that. And so we want to define that, distinguish that.
And I think that a lot of times people feel like they need a fix, they want some medicine, so they pressure their doctor into prescribing something, even though they might not necessarily need it.
Yeah, so this is a kind of a flip side. So that first point was like sometimes doctors will just in case do this, kind of to make the patient feel better. But the second point is that patients do pressure doctors, so don't pressure your doctor to give you something if he or she doesn't think you've got something going on.
And you want to make sure that when you do have something that you're taking that medicine correctly.
Oh yeah, as a pharmacist, this is my biggest.
Does it drive you crazy?
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to admit that, yes. And so I want them to look at their label. If it says 3 times a day, do that 2 times a day and finish it. This is my big deal. You finish it. Like after a couple of days, if you're feeling better, some people will stop. You've got to finish it, because that's where the magic is. That's what the risk is for creating those resistant bacteria.
And I think a lot of people think, okay, well, I have one prescription, I'll save the rest for when I get sick again, and that's horrible as well.
Do not save your prescriptions for later, because it's not enough. Like they've done studies to say this is how long it needs to be to kill off everything. Even the mutating bacteria. So they've done studies, 7 to 10 days or whatever.
And then you never want to take a prescription that's meant for somebody else.
No.
I mean, we never want to do that.
No. I mean, number one, it's federally against the law, and I always point that out on people's label.
I think that's a key point there.
Yeah, it's federally against the law, but you don't know that your bacteria that you've got going on in your body is susceptible to the antibiotic that doctor gave that other person. It's not like that. It's not as easy as you might think.
Well, I think that, when you really do need it and you really do get sick, and if you have built up this resistance, that's when it's really troublesome, right? And how do we fix it, if you don't have these basic antibiotics that can take care of it? So important.
Yeah.
Dougie, very good. If people have questions, they can find you at the Drug Emporium, correct?
They certainly can.
And where else can we find you?
So my email is mypharmacistdoug@gmail.com, and then Facebook is Pharmacist Doug.
You'll always answer questions there, especially as we head into the new school year. Kiddos, once they start hanging around each other, it's going to...
And inevitably, we're going to be here talking about lice as well.
I know. Isn't that nice? What uplifting topics, Dougie. Thank you. Stick around, everybody. Coming up on the show, Chef Bud's